Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, seekers of justice, and all those who love our Biafran cause, who love humanity, and who wishes to support us, I greet you all in the name of Chukwuokike Abiama, and I wish you a happy new year. A happy new year. Our new year, the year of our freedom, the year of our good wishes coming to life and reality. Today there are some salient things I want to touch. There's still the living Chukwumerije. As a IPOB ndị Igbo one na UK na Ireland, Eze Okwuchukwu Nwosu, I greet you. The young man who runs the Bex TV, I greet you. And this other young brother, elder brother, I greet you. This other brother, an old IPOB member, I greet you. I greet you all. I believe you all are fighting for the benefit of ndị Igbo. I greet you. But I want to point out something. There is a video that some of you released that I want to touch. I want to address something. I want to start with Eze IPOB ndị Igbo one na UK and Ireland. Eze Okwuchukwu Nwosu. Nna ya ukwu, ekenekwa anyị n'ogwu gị. O nwere some things ịrụtụcha aka, ihe dị mkpa, ihe ifiliri otu ala Igbo kwesịrị ịdị. Eziokwu, you just had to give your voice. Imago, ndị be anyị si oke ya ada anọ n'ụlọ ewu amụọ n'ọbụrụ. You try to play a fatherly role. Ọkwa otu aka ka ndị be anyị si na o nwekwara onye anaghị agbazi onu. A na-agbazi okenye onu, a na-agbazi nwata onu. Na ọ bụghị sọsọ onye nwere anwụ ka a na-agbazi onu. So nya wee bụrụ ya. O nwere okwu ikwulu. Isi ihe a anyị na-egbu, you know, it's all going to the line that ndị Igbo, in the course of our struggle, anyị jizi ya na-distract onwe anyị, na-emegide onwe anyị. I will not stand to falter you 100%. Yes, ọ ya bụ alụrụ ana ma falter gị 100%. Yes, because even from the internal frictions in the IPOB, it's enough for one to point finger and also utter anything, make any kind of utterance. But o kwesịrị ka ọ bụrụ okenye, onye isi ọcha, onye okpu mmemme, onye echichi, onye nze dịka anyị. O kwesịrị ka ọ bụrụ at least onye okpu mmemme kwesịrị ịmagbu ndị ugwu n'ebe. Anyị nene unu mmiri okwu gị. Isi na Nnamdi Kano pụtara, ọ dị ka onweghị onye na-ekwuchitere ndị Igbo. Onweghị onye na-ekwuchi ndị Igbo. So Nnamdi Kano pụta kemgbe wee chọrọ stand na that gap ka ikwuchitere ụmụ Biafra. And thank God you are a believer in Biafran cause. So wee bụrụ na recently ọ dịzị ka ndị isi na gọọmenti Nigeria asị ka edozi obodo ka ọ banyere onye ukwu, ọ banyere onye nta, asịcha ka amara ka esi hazikwa ihe a niile, ka azụmahịa anyị na-azụ, ihe eji mara anyị asị ndị na-azụ azụmazụ ahịa na ndị dị uchu ike ọrụ. Gọọmenti asị mba, asịkwanụ ka anyị na-azụ nwere onwe anyị, gọọmenti asịcha. So Nnamdi Kano wee wepụta onwe ya sị na ọ ya anụ ọgụ a, mere ka ọnọdụ ndị Igbo dị mma dịka Ojukwu n'ụbụ ya na mbụ. Wee gakọta gọọmenti Naijiria wee nwụchikọọ ya. Ana m ekwu dịka okwu gị. So kịta wee bụzie na Peter Obi na-apụta. Peter Obi pụtazie ka ihe dị mma. So anyị nwa abụkwanụ ndị Igbo, ndị Biafrans. We seem to be also fighting the same Peter Obi, we that are doing the Biafran agitation. Okay, that's fine. Uche onye adịghị ya njọ. Mana o kwesịrị ka ọ bụrụ na dịka onye okenye bụ dịka onye okenye nọkwa obodo Igbo. Ọ bụrụ anyị nwa bụ ndị nọ n'ala Igbo, nọ n'ala Nigeria na ana Biafra kịta na-ekwukwere ha asị na anyị akara ọfụ ụzọ, anyị akara ọtasị. Mana dịka onye pụrụ obodo Igbo, ikwesịkwe ka ọ bụ na ị na-aghọtasị ihe niile a na-aga ọfụma. Ma anya okenye ma anya onye njem, a sị na onye njem ka onye isi awọ ihe ama. How come you want to believe that Peter Obi will go there to speak for your interest? I still have many things to address about Peter Obi's candidacy. So Nnamdi Kano has been arrested, and Simon Ekpa, IPOB, the autopilot, and the other everyone who is really serious about this IPOB movement, and not those who are doing business with us. So you say they should just pause, leave the agitation for now, and support Peter Obi their own. And you feel there is wisdom in that. That's okay. Now, na so can Igbo. Nwa no ebe ọgba amụ na anyị n'ọgbọ. Kedu ugbo one kemgbe ịbụ mmadụ? Peter Obi wee bụrụ mmadụ, ọ bụrụ nwata akwụkwọ, gasịa mesa ebe niile, bụrụ okenye, chi ọchịchị as gọvanọ, ma bifo ọchịkwa ma kịta ọ na-azọ ihe. Kedu mbọsị ọ na-efu ịgakọta ije nụ n'akụkọ, nụ n'izu, ma ọ bụ n'oshi ụka izunye gị na Peter Obi he defend the interest in the Igbo for the first time? So where did you see that? Are you new to the reality that Peter Obi is a Zikist? Can't you get that this is just like Ojukwu and Zik? Peter Obi is a Zikist. He never for one day fought for the stand for Igbo cause. Apart from that, does it mean that you don't understand that the problem of Nigeria is not who is at the helm of affairs as an individual? Have you, in your age, in your wealth of experience, you have not come to this reality that what Peter Obi said, I think that was last year, just browse it, type. It cannot disappear in the internet. It is everywhere. Even right now, it is still there in the internet. Peter Obi said it is captured by all Nigerian mainstream media. I'm not talking about social media. Peter Obi said with his mouth. That is when, as I talk about Ahapao, Peter Obi said it himself, or Sigi, that the Nigerian problem is not leadership, it's not who is at the helm of affairs. It is a foundational problem. In my last video, I mentioned this, but you people seem not to be. I will keep repeating it until you get it. Okay. Assuming IPOB people chooses to support Peter Obi now and drops there, do you think it is wise for IPOB to drop the agitation, and maybe tomorrow now Peter Obi fails the election, you now begin to cry, they have dealt with you, they have cheated you out, and you now start pursuing the Biafran cause again? How do you think people will look at you? How do you think people in the international community will look at you? You can sing Biafran song for the next 100 years. Nobody will see you serious. Because you will be more or less a prostitute whom, when she couldn't get good clients, now begin to condemn prostitution and condemn the colleagues who are into it. Then any day it favors her, she praises it again. Mbosijara face to Afia Amaka. Afia by the Bafia, hey, Bosse, or when mistake, or work out, see, they can, I go to Charakisicho. Ah, where they had the man Afia, eh? Or they making any sense. You can uche okenye to nego de her. The elders you have, how do you think how do P2B wants to how will P2B even clinch into the position? Are you blind to the fact that no matter how you sing the song and how you want to paint it, that P2B has even been he already lost from home? How? I am not. It will be very bad for me to say P2B is not more credible than the other people in the race, but we are talking about, are we resolute in our pursuit? We are talking about, is P2B going into the office the problem Nigeria suffers? Is P2B or anyone who will be like P2B the problem? Is that the problem we have in the country? Is that the problem? That is not the problem. The problem is that you have a constitution which, when you run an election, P2B, okay, let's say, will be elected, and Hope Uzodinma will also come into office. And you saw how the Hope Uzodinma came to the office. Do you think that P2B can remove Hope Uzodinma if Hope Uzodinma comes to office again the way he came in, or comes into the office another? I'm not just particular to Hope Uzodinma. All the governors and how they are coming into office. How will P2B arrest that? P2B is elected, as we can still put it, and Hope Uzodinma, if he comes in, is also elected. That is what it is painted to the public. So P2B has his office as an elected person, must act within that office, within that power that elected, and with which is elected. And Hope Uzodinma as a governor also is elected, and will always, P2B cannot go to eject him. We are talking about a problem that is foundational, a problem that is systematic. Why do we keep? Sometimes we act as if we are not wise enough. How is P2B the problem? Is P2B INEC the monkey, the aboki that is calling himself ordinary president there, who is doing a video that has gotten into a lot of you, Kenyan, Omaka, a lot of you got deceived. And look at the, I will come back to you, Mazi, Nayuku, I will come back to you. With due respect, I don't mean to insult you, I cannot do that. But I don't like the ways we reason sometimes. Our reasoning capacity, I don't want to use a wrong word, but it doesn't befit our class and the name we are called. It is supposed that Igbo people are intelligent and smart people. When that Aboki there was busy clamping down, painting Simonetta evil, a satanist, everything, painting him a terrorist and everything, you were clapping for him. A lot of us, we were clapping for him. That is why the young man who is running the Bex TV, he will use that Aboki's publications to talk to Ndibo. He said, in a particular video, he titled Buhari may release Nnamdi Kano. Then he said, Ucheke Jemife. Ucheke Jemife. No, why? But if any, I said, let's get him, let's kill him, we'll just be finding errors. When I was just watching that video, I was just like, I say, God. Most times, the people who parade themselves as very wise and intelligent, they end up showcasing a high level of lunacy and demented mental strength. It is Aboki whom his brothers, his kinsmen. The other day I saw a member of the sponsors of terror who he was sympathizing with, and his brother was just last week telling us, or this week, his brother Shegumi telling us that the terrorists, the Boko Haram terrorists, must not be tampered with because they are their warriors in the bush. The other of his brother, who just denied recently, said he also plays support. This week, I'm not talking of old. Browse this. Use any headline to find it. It's there online. He came to deny it about 3 days ago. That the terrorists must not be, joked with. He did not see anything. It is the person, and we can, so ignorantly, we are following him. We are following, placing calls to kill him. He is a terrorist. How? Look at, it was in Katsina. Don't be watching the screen. It was in Katsina that bags of PVCs that you are claiming election, you want to elect P2P. Bags of the PVCs, where one man was caught. Out of thousands of the men who are stocking up the PVCs that is our access. It is like, listen to me. This election is like, this is a house and it is locked. You have key. So PVC is supposed to be your key. Without PVC, you are disenfranchised. And you have registered, you queue up under the sun, you registered and all of that. You are told you will collect it today. After it is procrastinated, it is elongated, new dates, new schedules, and you come, you queue up. After maybe they decide to give 100 people out of 15,000, and they say that one will give hope. Some people, after they disperse you, come next 2 weeks, yeah, maybe they give another 200 people. But the larger quantity of the PVC is stocked up. During the election, some other people will be assisted to use it for some people of their interest. And you are here, you are shouting that your brother is denied. And okay, the young man who was telling the young man running the Bex TV, he went as far as telling us, he did not use that his uche to know that this man, this aboki, this monkey, who is trying to attach his people to terror in their land, just because he is privileged to have a little change he's feeding with. He think everything is going okay. He think he has everything. So he can blog and be blogging, using his blog to paint some level of myopia. The man is calling. How many times did you hear that man calling, hey, the Fulani people that have entered Izombe, that the Fulani people who are given camouflage to wear like the Nigerian security apparatus outfit to go and burn houses and kill people in Izombe? How many times did you hear him paint it? How many times did you see that this man who see carnage staged in Leru, Lord Manta Axis in Abia State? The one that happened in Arochukwu, Ohofia local government, when the Fulani people wear camouflage in the name of Nigerian security outfit, they kill villages, set houses ablaze. Did you see that man calling for the head of those people? You are clapping for them. He said he will now, because he came out to paint the words like, we know that Nigeria have failed. Nobody will not be angry. They got him. He thought they are bookie. He thought that tribalistic Mongol, that nepotist, he thought he meant well for him. Mwe, who is crying, ranting. Some of them have not, they did not even cross River Niger. They did not cross this river. That's what this my brother, whom I don't want to call unprintable names. The thing got me. I was so irritated when I saw this young man making the video. Ezi obi n'ugwu gị aka na ịmago anyị na-ekwu okwu mgbe ụfọdụ ọ na-abịa enweta ya ọ dịka anyị take ya personal. O kwesịkwa nke take personal. The problem is that they play on our intelligence. They play on our intelligence. From onset, these people who are responsible for our folly, for our problem, for our pains, Britain and the extension of their influence, the Fulani, they have always used just one key. One thing they have used for over 100 years. for decades now, up to 10 decades. For more than 5 decades, let me just be more realistic. They have been using just one antic. They divide you. They keep having dominion over you. Why would you keep submitting to the Western dominion? And in proxy, the Fulani, they divide you. Look at that Aboki getting you. He's now making you see your brothers as poor-minded fellows. You see them as people who don't reason well now. Whereas in reality, you are the one who is fooled. He is so in. How many people even died there in that particular killing that made this Aboki to get you people brainwashed? But every month you have people dying in hundreds, in tens, in hundreds in Igbo land. Courtesy of Fulani and their legalized aggression against innocent and harmless citizens. Go to Isochi. Cut that Leru axis. Cut Lokpanta, Lekwesi. Just even today, today, go to Okigwe. You see what is happening? They just came there, organized attack. Houses and people's shop were set ablaze. Again. That's a New Year package. Yesterday, I think that should be 31st or 30th December 2022. What is your problem? You people keep allowing these people to use. Now, do you know that if you do this election again, you will have people like Ates and Opo still existing in Igbo land and still be of big influence? You think that all these things you are seeing, shouting, how many times did that Aboki tell you how many times in Sokoto that PVC, bags of PVC, this 2022, bags of PVCs, people's PVCs, were caught in someone's hand. The other one in the driver's. Look at the screen. See the screen here. I'm putting it up to you. It is in Nigerian mainstream media before you say it's social media. Even
we Muslims are the owners of Nigeria.
Ordinary Aboki, you see, is it because you're seeing him on television?
When election
He tells these people they don't. Do they travel? Do they know what is traveling?
When did they
Our people, even at 15, we are traveling, we are making things, making way where there is no way. Because the nature of God in us kept us. We are fucking enterprising. I tell you. Look at that Aboki. Who is limited? These are some of those who have families. They say, I'm a street. You look at them. Now they will be bragging. See them, they're now bragging. Street, I am a street, I'm born in the street, grown in the street. They are bragging. Maybe you think your influence here. Now you are bragging. Street. You rule the street. You know what is street. Akwog street, you might have a street. Now you are bragging straight. Make we no go there anyways. It's not a place to make threats. But I tell you, Bex TV, I wish you can go and study those videos you watch of that Aboki and reason to know. Just reflect on it, ponder. Have some quiet time. Reflect on it. And know. There you will know by yourself that it's not helping you. Look at what happened in Osu. Izombe. Look at Osu communities. Ihiala. You see how the kind of Fulani rampaging. Ehamufu now, it is currently boiling. All the four corner axis. Enugu, there have that expressway, Port Harcourt, Enugu Port Harcourt expressway. Nobody moves. Look at the video now. Look at this video. Watch this video. These people you see, It is within their axis. They are traveling. These Fulani people adopted them. A lot of them are raped. This is not just happening. It is something that is happening, reoccurring. It is reoccurring. It is happening over and over again. You can see that this man is calling for the head of Simon Ekpa because some people, some moles who are working for them. Don't you know that if what they are doing is to silence Simon Ekpa? They notice that he is the only voice. The only voice now that can rescue Ndibo for now. And with his relevance, Nnamdi Kano can come out again. Though God has made Nnamdi Kano what he is, and in his infinite mercy, he will deliver him and will not allow him perish because of his sincere sacrifice. Like I said in my immediate past video, Nnamdi Kano, if he wants to be convenient, he has been a big boy. He has never been a poor boy. Even a big boy. It is a sacrificial heart. He is a man of sacrificial heart. Look at him. Ebonyi State, Efium. Do you see how Fulani entered communities? Instituted carnage. Organized one. Something that can be a military expedition. Did that Aboki talk? Did he raise any alarm? And your intelligence, your mind, that these people are only trying to clamp down on Simon Ekpa, knowing that a lot of these other people who are parading themselves as still agitators have compromised with them. They know those ones are not their problem. They are not their problem. They are so eager to get Simon Ekpa down. When they do it, it is gone for you and your agitations. Look at, okay, even going to is it not Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, that is on continuous rampage? Is it not Southern Kaduna? How many times have you seen him come to call for the head of Rufai and some of these terrorists? Is it not in his brother's village that the terrorist who was even declared wanted by Nigerian government was even crowned and celebrated? He's going around though. He is free. He's a free man going in the street. He was even coronated, I think, in Zamfara. It is even in my last video. Okay, the video before the last. He is crowned. He is to banned. He is celebrated. He was declared wanted as a terrorist, a defined terrorist. He is calling for the head of your Simon Ekpa and attaching terror to the movement. And you who say you are a wise man. Hell! Chineke meranye bere. The people who are always fronting themselves as people of intelligence, they end up being the glorified clowns. How do we want to paint a picture that you have a man who is of the tribe of your oppressor and he is having all kinds of terror in his region? It is not a problem to him because you feel he loves you so much. That is why he is coming. That is why he is calling for the head of, and you are clapping. I'm sorry to insult. I don't mean to insult you. But you just showcased yourself as Onyeri. Wallahi. Look at Okigwe today. Okigwe is, people's businesses are burnt down. But when you sit at home on Monday, when you sit at home on any other, they come to tell you, do you know what you are losing? You are causing instability in your region. Because of your foolish agitation, they make your agitation a foolish one. Yet, nekwe fi igweku, nekwe onyenze. Ezi isi obi, Johnny na agwage. That Nnamdi Kano is calling for our interest. But now they have captured him. What is Nnamdi crying for? We want to have a good environment to do our trading. We want to have an enabling environment to develop, to grow. We want to have a government that will accommodate us, a state that will see everyone as one. We want to have a government where we agree to live together. We want to have a marriage where we are not forced. We want to have a marriage where we are not facing domestic violence. We want to have a marriage where we will be comfortable in. We want to have a marriage where no party will be seen as a slave to each other. We want to have this marriage well organized. Let it be a marriage that we agreed. I do. But they say you will not have, you will not be a party to deciding in the marriage. You will not partake in the running of the marriage. You will not even be allowed to organize your house yourself. Which is, you will not be allowed to run your even region. You will not even be allowed to do your trading. You will not even be allowed to partake in deciding anything. You deny me food, you deny me water. How now? And you are a very wise man. That thing we want to be. Look at what this boy is saying. Bex TV. That thing that you want to do in Biafra, do it now in Nigeria. And you think you are intelligent. You see that when you are not in tandem with the government, the current government, it's not only Buhari government you are having this. It has been happening in all the governments. If you don't agree with the government, if you have any point of divergence in ideology with the current government, you are seen a traitor. Your business is targeted. Your house is targeted. Your children are not safe. You don't. And this way you want to build that thing, you want to build in Biafra. Brother, I am sorry to say, Eddie Gary, your brain is not functioning well. You are having a demented reasoning. You are having demented mentality. It boils me when I see videos like this. And you want to paint the entire people who are pursuing, okay, let us go. Since you have denied us water, denied us food, allow us to go. They still say you will not go. What are you? Slave. Because you are privileged. You are privileged to be feeding well where you are. Do you know the population? Do you know how many of our people who are very, very eager to do something, who are begging for crumbs that fall from the table of anyone? They call you, brother, send the anonymous 10,000, ordinary 10,000. And when you give them, you don't know what it is to them. Yet that 10,000 cannot do anything. 10,000 naira cannot buy even 20 tubers of yam. Yam that was 100 naira or 150 tuber, according to the size. There is no government. All the succeeding governments, they have been, if you fall out of place with them, from the military era, not today, if you fall out of place, you are gone. If you're not in tandem, why did you think that we had economic problem? The economic meltdown we are facing, that we have always been facing. Investors who are not in tandem with particular government ideologies are targeted to be dealt with. Their businesses are finished up. And you want to build the Henwich or the Nigeria, Biafra, do it here. So you think it is your brothers who have been responsible for all the mayhem, all the atrocities, the kind of killings and annihilations of man. You think it is your brothers who are into the freedom fight that are doing it. You need to have a rethink. It is just the effort of these same people to paint your movement a terrorist movement. Nothing. Some of the moles who have compromised in this, whenever you hear someone sit at home now, you will see them, they will carry camera. Their media people will carry camera everywhere. They want to show the world that nobody is sitting at home. And after everything, people know that people are sitting at home because of they know we have a dense population around our people. This man who is here telling you these things, telling you, that is the census, this population that did not. This is what your bracket is telling you. You don't have, he's already telling you something about the election. You don't have population. Even the little you have, you destabilize your area. You don't have population. It is the manipulation they have had against you all along. They told you don't have population. Listen to me. I know you don't know, but you think you know. You know not, but you think you know. They have no population. You have more population than them. Statistics have it, history have it, it is there. From 1962, they started this manipulation. That is why some Yoruba people hate Obasanjo till today. Obasanjo could not stand as a military force, as a military power, as a military blood to reverse the evil. It is part of the things that have been dealing with us today. It is now a legalized intimidation. It is a legalized error. The census favored the southern Nigeria. The east had a very large population. The west have a very large population. And the north have a very reduced population. They manipulated with Britain. This even started from 1950s. When the Lugard and his cronies tried manipulating this. They told them that they need to be higher in population so that a lot of things will have to favor their region. It is there. It is in history. Read. Read. Because you refuse to read. And you want to call the people who are reading, you want to call them ignorant people. You want to call them ignorant people. Don't you know that had that population, why do you even think that Buhari don't want to take population count in Nigeria is meant to be 10 years time interval? Why did Buhari refuse to take the census count? Because many people opened their eyes. Nnamdi Kano reawakened Nigerians. They have landmark, you have greater population. They try to multiply, but due to heavy sickness, diseases that are over there, they die in thousands in silence. It's not public. They don't, the way you value when one person dies, you make noise about it. It's not the way they do. Do you know how many people are dying in Kaduna every day? Only, it's not, I'm not talking about Niger State. Not talking about Borno State. Not talking about the Northeast entirely. It's not disturbing them. You must understand. You must, this is your brain, you must, this is your brain. When you see them, these are bookies, coming to the media to paint your own kingsmen black, size that same handle and tell them, when do you start loving us? When do you start loving us? We cannot forget what Nnamdi Kano said. We cannot forget. They hate us so passionately. Whenever you see them calling like that, you think they are displaying love. No, they are not displaying any love. They hate you. They want to silence you. When they see those ones who can stand for you, they want to paralyze them. That is it. They don't like you. And you want to believe. In the Igbo land, are you now telling me, Nayuku, Nubugi? Are you telling me, Nayuku, all the governors in Igbo land, including Anambra, where Peter be held, so are you telling me that they are not of influence? There is no way they can't get, they don't have any influence. Whether they're despotic or peaceful, they don't have influence. Are you saying that? Then if they all have influence, the way they have stood against Peter Obi, how will Peter Obi win? Do you think, how many, when we talk about Northeast, Middle Belt, how many of the Middle Belt people are all with him in totality? You come to South, you know. It was even this man that started, the husband to Regina Daniels. He said, outrightly, he don't want to be pretentious. Peter Obi should just forget it. From Anambra, all of them are saying Peter Obi should forget it. All the political influences. From Enugu, Iguani is okay. All these people are saying, even the traditional institutions are there with him. Can't you see how they have displayed hunger? Can't you see how they displayed hunger? So if we are even saying, okay, let us even go to support the Peter Obi. So we should just go and fail like that. So when we fail, we now start disturbing Nigerians or disturbing the world. We want to go. They are holding us. They are not allowing us to go. We want to start from where we stopped. Now you could Check it in Port Harcourt. How many places in Port Harcourt in gutters do you see people's PVCs stockpiled? How many states have you seen the report? I'm talking about mainstream media news. How many places have you seen? Have you not seen it? Your PVCs that you want to use. The people are busy clustering around the INEC offices to collect their PVCs, and they keep postponing it, turning them down, turning them up, and playing on their intelligence. And whereas these PVCs have been stocked out.
Instead of an Igbo man to be the president, or Yoruba for that matter, let Fulani continue. It is called Mirina Mohuana Manna Yupu. Since you people prefer to be slaves, because if we allow any of you idiots to enter into Asarok, after about 4 or 5 years or 6, Fulani will take you back for eternity. You would have benefited from your own wickedness and evil. So you know what is going to happen? If Fulani are smart enough, they should continue. Everyone saw what happened all over the world. Rigging of election these days is just is given. It is no longer a big deal. As long as you're proclaimed the winner, that's it. If Fulani are very smart, they will continue in office. They will continue in the zoo, in their zoo. Of course, we are living. We are not going to stay there. That is why you don't want to support Biafra. Because of presidency. So you and your friends can now be eating money. You buy your own houses in Dubai. You want to be like Hatiku. You want to be like, your wife want to be like, what's her name? Aisha. Flying private jet to Dubai for shopping. Meanwhile, we are dying. No matter how many fake groups you create, because every day you create a fake group. Igbo, Ohanese, Igbo in the diaspora, including men and women and children.
You want us to play with ourselves and play with our cause and display ourselves as idiots. You want us to show ourselves to the world that we are idiots. Is that your target? This your people, this your aboki isi adiroma. See you know on a program. Call Simon Egg by the terror. They don't know they are destabilizing themselves. We see what they are causing in their region and this. They are not helping you, my friends. They are not helping you. You must open up your brain to know that these people are up to something. They are smarting you. When this guy mounts the media, his platform to tell you that the IPOB people are killing, that this is what should be brought to book, did he call his brothers? Did he not know how many people that have their names have been playing? Even United Arab Emirates have even published names of terror sponsors. His brother have been captured with drones. Also, he is contesting as a vice president. Everybody knows. How many times did he call for the head of his brother who is contesting? You see how they honor terrorists. And they want to paint our people terrorists so that we will remain frustrated and people who grope rudderlessly, who knows not what they want. That's what they want to paint us. They want to paint you as people who does not know what you want. And you were almost falling to that. By God's grace, they don't mean well for you. You must understand that you have every reason to retrace your track. Your step, you must retrace today. After listening to this voice, will call your brain to order today. You will, wherever you left your brain, you must get it back today. All the terror that their brothers they are sending to our region. Look at when each time if I see the clips of what people who wear uniform as Nigerian security outfit apparatus coming to show themselves how they want people set people's houses ablaze, waste people's businesses, and send many people, many lives unaccounted for, just like that. They just waste lives. And is that good? If he meant well for you, that places you see greater number of people are kidnapped, killed, maimed, butchered, raped, time and time again. He meant well for you. He never called for a redress. He never called for Interpol. He never called for justice to take place. And this is the people you want to follow. These are the people you want to follow. These are the people you want to tell us that the IPOB, the whole indigenous people of Biafra, are not smart. They are not intelligent. You are the one who is intelligent. The other brother who is doing video, just look at him. He's doing video. He's condemning clean IPOB, the real ESN, don't stay in the bush. Look at your brothers, the real ESN. Oh. Look at them. Hear their confessions. And here reason why they have started, turned the peoples into terror. Look at the ones who you say is the real ESN and the real Biafra, real agitators. You just want to, because you are compromised all, you want to paint the image of this movement as people who are confused, who are disorganized, who are not united. You want to paint, but in reality, the people knows what they want. That is why you see the larger population of the people in the cause, in the movement, have followed whom they know, whom they feel, because they are seeing something. Look at the confession. Just watch this video. Watch this video. They are confessing to the reality. They are confessing to what is happening. These are the people who are sending them. They are on errand. And tomorrow, look, after this confession now, you will not hear anything about these cases again. These people, these young men will either be eliminated and you don't hear the cases again, or some of them will be flown abroad. The case will close. And these are the people you want us to follow. So that you will be free, you will be happy that you have arrived. You look at you. You call they really yes, and they are in the bush. Everyone shooting gun. Now Simon Ekpa will call for sit at home. You will be videoing even in police stations. You will be videoing anywhere. Nobody is disturbing you. When a real ordinary person who is not amongst them just wear bangle with the inscription of IPOB, the person is nailed. He's nailed. He's hanged. He goes in for it. It's act of terror. It is even tagged treason. It is tagged treason.
You can see Leha now show.
When you went on a bomb for the other come, you say I do more in a major and look at the other bumper also. Oh, on your name, Mamma, me, Bubo, oh, course. Oh, just yesterday. Look at Okigwe. They say that the criminals are harboring the criminals. They come to Bondo. Hey! Without blinking an eye. It doesn't even, it's just like nothing. The businesses of people who have families, in tens of people they are feeding from those businesses. What will happen to them? When IPOB fixes a sit at home, the most they implanted amongst us will help them carry out acts of terror. You see all kind of vices. They use poverty to people. Peter B is doing rally today. Oh. The same people you see, Tinubu is coming tomorrow. Hey, oh Jagaban. Atiku is coming here. Waziri. They have crippled you. They have held you ransom. They have held you very strongly to ransom because you can't come out of it unless you are ready to come out of it. They use poverty. Now, when these businesses who are set ablaze, these people, they burnt their shops. Tomorrow, them and their children who are grown-ups, youth, when they come up tomorrow, out of hunger, maybe they look at a neighbor's property and loot, or maybe see someone with something tomorrow, they attack the person. He will say, this terror, we will kill them, and they will arrest. They will be very quick to arrest them. Yeah, they will be very quick to arrest them. And you now, who is wise in Bex TV, you and your Oga will not come. Say, terror, this is IPOB have a clone, they have brainwashed them. Some of them, they don't even know anything. They have not crossed the River Niger before. They have not, you traveler. Aboki. See, the Aboki is talking to an Igbo man. They have not crossed to Igbo man, him and Ane Sinafo, and travel, Ane Sinafa Abambo. And when he said that you are happy, you are watching it, and you want to use it to teach us a lesson. When I see the kind of what we... Okay. Now, you see what Obiozo, anyways, I must respect the dead man, but him and his son has if they could just dissolve that in the color Haneze, it will be better. Maybe they find another detached from any political arrangement or gathering or influence. A new traditional institution. Not leave Ohaneze. It's not really a socio-cultural. It's not protecting Debo. It's not. Now I'm sorry to say, but it will sound disrespecting, but it's not disrespectful. It's true. Sometimes they just project themselves as anywhere belle-faced people. If Ateze Nobo is bringing out today, it is Ateze. If it is Kano bringing out today, and any election will still have these people clustering around. This kind of people, any election you have will keep having this kind of people around. The process of amending a constitution, P2B cannot. It cannot favor us in the first place. Dati will be, okay, assuming Dati is elected, P2B is elected. Will Dati's election or coming to power affect let's say, a Hope Uzodinma? Will Dati's emergence affect or stop the emergence of a Bello, a Bello? They will all come. You are doing election here, they are doing the election there. You can see the arrangement in Port Harcourt. We give you center, you give us state. You can see what matters is interest. His interest. Whether the state we are given is a criminal coming to power who want to use officially rob the state's treasury. If it's a criminal who is coming to siphon state coffers. It doesn't matter. What matters here is, that is why I tell you, in as much as we remain in Nigeria, this is what you see. P2B's one is, okay, no problem, we understand. Oh yeah, we will give you the state, you give us the center, agreed. Now what you want to, now wait, okay, agree, okay. Deal, sign. That is the interest. It's not, you think it is not, oh, I wish they for just as they allow the P2B to stay for power for small. Oh God. You only say everybody good, just still affected. Yes. We will equally suffer it. If not, we'll just enter dry fasting, make P2B just emerge. So that you will see. When we tell you, it is not even about the individual. Even the individual is still questionable. But it's not about the individual. It is about the system. You know the process of amending a constitution. So tomorrow, where Elijah Gambari, who knows that the system is favoring him and his kinsmen, he will now vote for you to restructure the constitution, to amend the constitution, or even bring a new constitution, jettison the entire garbage entirely, and bring a new constitution that will not keep them. Okay, if you jettison the constitution and bring a constitution that will favor everybody, what will the Fulani man be doing to survive? What do you think he knows in his brain that he will be using to survive? You see? So if you jettison the constitution, how will the Britain, how will the West all the Western evil forces, how would they keep sucking you? If you jettison the constitution or if you amend it to favor the Nigerian people, how would they keep taking your oil unknown for? Was it not last week or this week that this your Aboki had his brother? They came to nail Jonathan. The other man was asking him, is it only this Jonathan time or including Buhari? They were trying to avoid to remember that it is even worse in Buhari's government. They brought a compilation, a compendium of oil vessels that were lifted. The transactions, all the oil exchanges that were not recorded into the Nigerian treasury. They were not recorded. They now made it. They captured 51 countries who are into this. 51. He was calling them names, so they are thieves, they are criminals. He forgot that it was. In fact, that Aboki, you people are allowing him and praising him. If Nigeria is even still to exist together, that man don't know what international hazard he is causing to Nigeria. The way he is so arrogant, with impunity, abuses other states of the world. He called Finland this one, including Finland. Now we defeat them. That guy is causing very big harm to Nigerian international relations. That is why when you are traveling, it is all the unguarded utterances. All this Aboki. All these mentally retarded people you see. You clap for them. You think they are helping you. Oh, hold Simon, he's a terrorist. Oh, Finland is a terrorist state. They are even sucking us. They are parasites. He used all kinds of unprintable names and unguarded utterances to address states that have been able to come out of even Second World. Your own is even not yet on that. It's not developing. Your part of the world is not developing. It is classified as underdeveloped. In fact, it has been last year listed as a failed state. You are calling Holland, when I say, are there no people talking to this young man? This Aboki. He doesn't know the kind of danger and the international consequences is attracting to the state of Nigeria. The states that have come into industrial states, that tagging of industrialization, it is this kind of people. It is this kind of people that you are praising. You want to use them to paint your brother. Finland, parasites. You call them unprintable names as he deems fit. He call them anyhow he likes. Hey, these people, they are criminals very quick. At the end of the day, they said they succeeded in capturing, they have proven 41 out of the 51. That is 10 is still pending. They're still at large. The 10 are still at large. Now I tell you, these countries that bought this oil, did they just come to steal it? Was there no government, political actors' involvement? The target, if you see as he's magnifying that case, the target is to paint Jonathan a clown and a failure. When the other guys who were trying to ask, is it only in this Jonathan government or also in this current government? They are trying to exclude anything that has to do with the current government. Whereas the biggest corruption you ever see anywhere is going on in this. They will lift billions of naira, they say it's for mosquito net. They think we don't know. They bring out billions of naira, they say this is for mosquito net. How many people saw? I remember when Aisha Buhari made a little case with, say, my village, if the wife of the presidency can't even get, the wife of the president, his village can't even get the mosquito net. Why? These things have been written. It has been lifted out of the national coffers. It has been signed out of the national coffers, these monies. They will bring in billions, millions of dollars. They will buy luxurious cars and send to any country they like. They say, your country has nothing, your country is borrowing, you want to borrow, and you will buy to help Niger Republic. There is no kind of corruption you ever mention. It is in this government that you will see backlogs of PVCs. And they want to tell you that the election is credible. It is a credible election, Hey, this is where we will do this. This one is this. And you are not thinking. You're not thinking. Your brain is I don't know what these people did to us. And sometimes I even imagine, we begin to think, if they cast spell at you, you have been, a lot of you, I feel, a lot of you are hypnotized. But is this hypnotism spreaded? It just spread from the north there, or is there any kind of close contact to cast this hypnotism? When I tell you that those people who are always fronting themselves as intelligent people, most times, let me not use the word, but they are not far away from clowns. They are not far away from clowns. They are not far away from clowns. When I say these things, you should understand that there is no reason for us to call for any Biafra or any other state if Nigeria is working. But the problem, we have all seen that there is no hope of Nigeria working. Because when we begin to dissect the whole issues, the challenges we are faced with, we see there is no hope. Where do we start from? The electoral umpire that will even bring a new government is damn rotten. Rotten. You will see a video clip. Look at it. You saw. I think that was last week. Tinubu and his sheriff. They are bribing electoral umpires ahead. They are giving out the money, and some of you are even believing. I had a friend here in my village. He told me, some of us who are, you don't know anything politics. They say that policy of the CBN is to trap people like Tinubu. I paused. I allowed him to talk for like 20 minutes. He was talking, vomiting rubbish, vomiting nonsense. He thought he was making sense because I was nodding my head. He thought that my head I was nodding was an affirmation. He thought it was an affirmative nodding. He never knew I was inside my mind thinking of how, hey, Tinubu, that owns Lagos State, that even the cash he have in physical cash, Tinubu is not, he's not he is bullion van. Which the trap again do you want to trap? That somebody that was using bullion van, 2 bullion vans, on eve to election. You say you are trapping him. Well, I didn't want to call him them, but I almost pronounced the word. I said, "This my brother, though you are my other brother, but you are an imbecile. You are a big imbecile. Imbecile." Because the problem I say a lot of us are it's not just ordinary hypnotism. It has a connection to imbecility. You know that? You saw him clearly with bullion van. You say a policy is meant to trap him. And you see a central bank. In which part of the world have you ever seen a central bank of a state, of a nation, of a country being partisan? We are currently, you hear that your central bank governor is still on the run. He's still on the run. They say he is sponsoring terrorism, and there are proofs to that. You will do MTRAS protests, so they are quick to, the way they use these people, you think, when you see these people, you think that they are schooled, they are intelligent, they are smart. They are always tools in the hands of the Fulani. I'm telling you. That man, Emefiele, who is supposed to be an intelligent, who is supposed to be schooled, who is supposed to be a very educated man, they use him like tools. You don't even know when they play on him. They tied his hands. You don't know when they hang crimes, they paralyze him. Our brother that you see, you didn't know they have paralyzed him somewhere. Yes. When they hang the yoke on your head, you are gone. They will always point to say, hey, bros, remember. If you remember what they did to this Webele face, FFK, or Basan just say, just no problem. When FFK is making no problem, just look for a plate of food, all his problem is solved. That's his brother saying, no, it's not me. I am only referencing to his brother. So they know him as Webele face. And if you see FFK, he's a very smart and eloquent fellow. So they will always use him. I remember when some of those cabals in Jonathan government, he was busy blasting Jonathan government that he fed on. He blasts Kano. Yeah, you know that time he's hungry. He's just like my brother Asare. When he's hungry like this, now you see him. They reminded him. He said, "You remember all those thief where you thief as aviation minister?" Say, "We never forget them all." They tell us, "Say, hey, FFK, calm down now. You know if you calm down, that money, that all those things where you do, he do." He say, forget that in the open day. Say, look here. FFK come. He began to campaign for Jonathan. Jonathan don't go. Buhari. Yeah, Buhari is devil. Yeah, he's a terrorist. This enclave, in fact, Nnamdi Kano is the best. We are supporting him. When somebody like me again, that way I know, sometimes I know what comment. I just look and say, hey, this one guy, he don't start again. No. he be like the pocket, he don't dry again. No. That is what they will do to you. See him. It is FFK who is fighting for them now. As this government they just finished die off, you see him, he go on 1 year or 2 years exile. This is the kind of government you want us to keep. You want this kind of state you want us. Whereas we know about his criminal cases, we know about his cases. So we remain in a government where, in a state where, when you fall out of favor of the state, that is where this my brother who I want to call a fulefu, this Bex TV guy. He is telling you, come and build that thing you want to build in Biafra. Hey, you know, Biafra. No, but don't Biafra. If this Biafra, I am no. Look at him. When they talk, I say, God help us. God help us. This kind of hypnotism, God, please remove it from us. Look at that young man. Look at as promising as he looks. He looks so bright. He's somehow eloquent. He looks very, very handsome. But when we talk, sometimes you see our talk smells. It stinks. That thing you want to build in Biafra, build it here. Let us build it. And he knows that when you build that mansion, that skyscraper, why are some of our big boys who have us? You think when you say, oh, big Cubana and this, there are people who big boys you have? No. Come out from there. Come out. We have a lot of people who are super rich. Come to the streets of Mexico here, you have a lot of boys. Come to the streets of Canada, go over there, you see a lot of boys who are big. I mean big. Big. See investors. In dollars. Billionaires in dollars. Individuals. People whose brain knocks. The brain had the alcohol, very hot. They think anytime you are with them, they are cracking out on how to unlock a mystery that will bless a generation. Then we have them. Why would they come back? To come and do what? To come and invest in a country where you have a military, maybe when they just raise alarm, hey, this is it's IPOB person is criminal, this house, they will come and gloriously set ablaze an edifice, super edifice. The young men who are setting this ablaze, they have been old for over 1 year. They have, in fact, some of them have been in active service for over 20 years. They cannot boast of even a cocoon. Cocoon, let's call it. But someone who labored so hard, you don't know how much energy he has invested, how much mental power he has invested all over his life, and he built something. You want to just come and set it ablaze just like that. They say this one is a criminal. Hey, you do bad, hey, just like that. Now so it's easy to build the house. I say you no go better for now. Wallahi, you no go better for now. All of now where they use the social media to paint our agitation black. They did not tell you that in Nigeria, if you wake up today now, and in Lagos here, and say you are fighting the sitting governor, you don't know your whole establishment can be wiped out with no apology. So, just one day, I tell you one day. Remember what happened in Port Harcourt during the NSAS protest? We can enter the hotel. He burnt it down. He did not burn it down. He said he will be wasting time spending his fuel, petrol. He just bring the bulldozer. He said, put it on the tap room. They wiped, it's gone. Is that the kind of government you want? You see? This other, is it Igbo Unite or what? They call him Nonso or whatever. He might be of goodwill, or I don't know him. I don't know him in person. He might be of goodwill. But some of them doesn't know that their DOS have sold them out. All the people who, according to him, in his own video, I will not attack him wrongly, but I will attack him. I will attack him objectively. Simon Ekpa, you don't want anybody who is that he is addressing. Simon, I even mentioned his name. The people that will come and use maybe cause mayhem because of what they cause, they will not release Nnamdi Kano. One, to start with, Simon Ekpa owned up anything he's doing. Anything he's doing, he owned up. He is a fellow of Nnamdi Kano, but he still have his person. He still has his person. So wherever you go to your any court, Simon Ekpa did this. Not Nnamdi Kano did this. This person that you are trying to incriminate, he, in all the criminals that you caught, that the government you are still identifying with, the agents that caught, in their confessions, are they all not telling you it's DOS, all of them? Some of the people who worked for them, even those who are not yet caught, have they not come out openly to say, this is what this is not what they were told when they were joining, but now it is turning out to something, because parochial interest began to gain more prominence. Parochial interest. Parochial interest. Because of hatred for Simon Ekpa. When Simon Ekpa puts it at home, they organize terror. And it will be attributed to Simon Ekpa. But Simon Ekpa, being that he is also intelligent, he knows that he will drag you to prove it and at the end of the day, it will still link to you. I can't see Kaya Bakwagenon. I'm not the people you are following, you want everybody to leave Simon Ekpa and follow. This is still this December, this late December. Look at this video. Look at the video yourself. I am here, I'm watching.
Where we carry the PVC is from our leaders, DOS, when they announced there is no election.
You see?
So that is the
so who is a criminal now? Who is a criminal now? Who is trying to frustrate Nnamdi Kano's freedom? But I want to still chip in something. Why will Nnamdi Kano be allowed to come out with this same government? Another government coming in, why do you think he will be allowed to come out? If no force, if no serious agitation is demonstrated, how will he come out? All the courts that you have gone, even before 2017, even during 2017 when he was released, after all the court orders that discharged him, what still happened? That is why I say, when you say this freedom, Biafra, I wonder if you are really doing it with your whole heart. You really believe what you are saying out. Because if you believe what you are saying out, it means you understand Nigeria is not workable. So why will you be believing that Nigerian government will release Nnamdi Kano just like that? You are not mounting any pressure. Nigerian government will just release Nnamdi Kano. Is it that some of you are blind or you are deaf? That when you hear Nnamdi Kano saying he came out because of what happened, courtesy of Tompolo's activities, was that clapping in the church? Was that going to sit in the courtroom? He told you, I came out courtesy of this man and his activities. So you can't replicate that. If you're not going into violence per se, agitate on civil demonstration. Let there be ghost town. But the same you people will antagonize it. He already told you when you go out to protest, you will die. Civil disobedience in tangible terms. When you make it serious, when you make it very serious, you make it very, very serious, very, 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 very serious, he will come out. But it is the same you and your colleagues that will sabotage it. Will sabotage it. Your colleagues, I don't know if you're involved, will go and collect money to sabotage it. But everybody cannot fall to that. A lot of people have been deceived in the past. Some of the people they used in unleashing mayhem and terror so that Simon Ekpa will be painted black and Nnamdi Kano will be held there very stiffly. Some of these people come to confess. It is these people who really want to keep Nnamdi Kano there or probably make him die there. When you send these boys, you are sending to go and constitute terror. When they do, it is stacked to Nnamdi Kano's case. Don't you know? Because they say that they are the real IPOB that should be listened, and they identify with some governors, and some governors come out to the public to announce that they are the people, the real people, and the barristers who are working with them come to tell the world and the court and Nigerian government that these are the real people. And when the criminals who are apprehended come to confess when apprehended in the custody, and they confess, their confession will align, will be tracked to IPOB, which Nnamdi Kano leads. And you say you are not the one who is holding Nnamdi Kano there. You are not the one who is holding Nnamdi Kano there. And you are telling everybody that you are a wise man. You know what you are doing. The display of wisdom that does not exist. That is what you people do. Biafra unites, or whatever you call yourself. Don't you know that it is you, your DOS, you are projecting, you are adulating, that they are the ones who are causing, who are trying to attach terror to Nnamdi Kano's case? Don't know. When those boys whom they now implant, they want to use, you have heard different confessions when the people who are those guys who are apprehended, when they confess, and for you to now know that Nigerian government is working with these people. After this confession, did you hear any noise? We want to this DOS that they are calling, and the names are already known now. Chika Doziem, China Sangoru. Have you seen the government making noise about it? All the time, all the confessions that have been led to the DOS and the IPOB activities, how many times have you seen that they are wanted? When you see that the northern elders and governors and this will gather, they say they want to catch Nnamdi Kano, they even set up a bounty. So anybody who gets him, well, they will give you 100 million, they will give you this. Have you seen these people placing any bounty on these people who are now traced to the terror? It's not even the terror is not constituted in the name of, it's not even in the intention or on the original intention of IPOB. It's not even in the a process or contributing to the cause of the freedom fight. It is a parochial. These guys even confess to it. They are sent to go and kidnap. They are sent to go and do it, which Nnamdi Kano never anyway told. Nnamdi Kano only told you, when you see them coming to kill you or kill our people, men, do this, come to farmland, rape our people. If it takes only killing to defend the people, you kill them. After all, they should not have any business in your forest. That's what Nnamdi Kano said. And the Simon Ekpa also standing on that. If they are coming to kill you, you have to defend yourself. This is still the rule of engagement, the rule of self-defense. It's still within that catchment. It's within the purview of self-defense. And what you want to make people believe is that Simon Ekpa is the person who is making Nnamdi Kano's case more elusive. Is the person causing more nightmare to the case that should be free, that should be been trashed out? Whereas the evil people who are actually responsible for it, you are exonerating them. Happy New Year once again, Omo Biafra. Happy New Year again, my good people. Happy New Year again to all lovers of freedom. To the living Chukwumerige, the new well. We wish we have had a working Nigeria, but all the good people of Nigeria will still appreciate you. All the good people of Nigeria, not the ones that the politicians are using to advance their interests, because they are not the good people of Nigeria. Thank you. Please, our freedom, our well-being, our growth, our development is important. When we say let us divide the country and have good government, have good states that will be for the people, where we can surrender our rights, like the reason for the formation of a new modern state, the purpose for the formation of the modern state, for the establishment of the modern state. In accordance with this, we are looking for ways we can have different new states that will really represent the purpose for the call for modern states like we're having today. But Nigeria have not met up to the standards of a modern state, where people willingly surrender their rights to the state to defend them. The state of Nigeria cannot do that. Instead, when people like me, when like what I'm doing now, the government will not be happy at all. They wish to harm me, but it's not good. If we say things like this, maybe the government will say, why are these people trying to raising up these issues? Why? Let us address. But never. They will not. They feel that they will use their heavy hammer to clamp down and smash anyone who raises head, who objects, who does questions the policies of the state and whatever activity that the government in place carries out. Whether it is obnoxious, whether it is in line, you must not question. So you only have a right to remain silent and watch whatever goes, even if it is your head that you must stretch out to be amputated. It doesn't count. Thank you. Keep being good people, remain good people. Thank you. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button, on the subscribe provision. This red indication, subscribe. Click on it. Please share this video. Make it go viral to all lovers of freedom and seekers of justice. Let the world see it. To see that we don't mean any terror, we don't mean any harm. We are only preaching the gospel that should be of God's people. We are preaching the gospel of freedom, the evangelism of development, evangelism of better life and well-being. Nothing more. No intention for terror, no intention for anything that is anti-human. No, we want only justice. Release Nnamdi Kano. But this man who knows how to use the media to call for the head of our people, they will never lend their voice to call for release Nnamdi Kano, so that the region they say they love, they are projecting, they are painting now that they love, will be in peace, will be at peace. Release Nnamdi Kano. Even those who are using the agitation to constitute nuisance and terror in the land, when they hear the voice of Nnamdi Kano, they will calm down. When they see he is free again, they will calm down. He will tell them, pipe low, they will pipe low. Preach the good gospel. Be a good evangelist of this good news. Preach, release Nnamdi Kano. Tell the government of Nigeria that peace and normalcy will be returned to southeastern Nigeria, but because It is a premeditated attempt to keep that region destabilized for their own political gains. They will not do that. But tell them. Let it be that you just said it. Keep saying it. The mother hen said, "Why I shout when the kite come to pick my chicken? I shout, I shout." It's just for the community to hear my voice, not that the mother hen, and not that the kite will leave my cheek. But the world must hear your voice. Release Nnamdi Kano. Release him. Release him. Release him. Release him.